and welcome to another video. In this episode, I'm going to share with you why I feel you don't need to get into the ads game in order to launch successfully your next offer, product, or service. I'm your girl Jay with JB&Co, where I partner with coaches and other amazing entrepreneurs to build, strengthen, grow their current business into sustainable powerhouses, all by using dynamic sales funnels. And it's with these funnels that I have helped my coaches, my clients, even my own business without using Facebook ads. Now, I have to be honest, some of my clients have decided to play the ads game, but we have had success not even having to use ads or even use that much whenever they do use ads. And I'm going to tell you 5 launch activities that you can utilize that's going to help you launch your next service, offer, or product successfully. So let's get into these launch activities. But before we do, let's do some housekeeping, shall we? I want you to go ahead and click that like button, click that subscribe button, click that notification, because this is not the only video where you get great content and great information that's going to transform your business. There are more. I don't want you to miss out on it. So I want to know that you like this video so I can give you more like it. And also, I don't want you to miss out on any more to come. All right, now let's get into those 5 launch activities. Now, to launch any product, service, or offer, some of you may already have done it, and you know it takes tons of time, money, effort, activities, energy. It takes a lot out of you in order to successfully launch. Now, I've heard before that to help convert, it's all a numbers game. And I do agree with that to some extent. And I do agree that to do Facebook ads or Instagram ads, YouTube ads, whatever ads that you're deciding to do, it will help you broadcast your messaging to a larger audience, kind of like casting your net into a larger pond or even an ocean. However, that's really kind of like a toss-up in what you're going to get in your net to bring back home to you. You can't really control your ideal client that's going to be ideal for your coaching program or your mastermind, your webinar, or for your product and such. Sometimes in that net, you're going to get a large number of people who are not ideal for you. Okay, so instead of thinking about let's cast our net into this big ocean, let's get into a good lake or a great stream where your chances of catching ideal audience members, ideal clients, people who are eager and wanting to invest in themselves and in you and to purchase your product, where those numbers are higher as opposed to the amount of people you get in your net who may not be ideal, may be higher. Okay, so you want to keep that in mind whenever you're thinking about what ads. It's a numbers game. Yeah, but what numbers are we talking here? Okay, so in order to do some of these launch activities and to engage in this type of strategy, it does require more time because you're doing things organically. You're building relationships, not trying to get your product in so many people's faces and to sell in that way. You want to sell organically. Why do you want to do it that way? It's because this type of marketing, this type of selling, it creates a bond that lasts a lot longer, and these dollars will go a lot further than if you do something like an ads type of marketing or an advertising type of marketing and selling. So that's why I would suggest, especially if you are a new coach, if you are a new entrepreneur, you are trying to build your credibility. You're trying to build that know, like, and trust factor. Those of you who are more experienced, you have kind of the credibility that you can kind of trade on. And so you can afford to play the numbers game and play the ads game. You can afford to do that. For those of you who are newer, you really can't afford that because your money, your time, your investment is a little bit more limited and more constricted. So therefore, the need to build a relationship with your audience is more critical and more essential at this level. Another thing I want you to think about whenever you're trying to figure out if you want to get into the ads game is that if you build quickly, you can burn quickly. And that goes into, if you build your audience base, you can burn through them really quickly. Their attention span is a lot quicker because, again, they're not really ideal for you. You can burn through your money quickly by testing and tweaking and things of that nature. So if you're deciding, or you're on the fence about whether you should get into the ads game or not, again, if you build quickly, you can burn quickly. So now that we've decided that the best thing for you is to build organically, to build more strategic relationships with your audience that go a lot deeper and that are more focused to your ideal audience and your ideal client base, then I want you to think about adding live video to your launch activities. Now, with video, you're able to really connect with your audience. They can see your expression. They can hear the inflections of your tone. They are able to see how do you move your body, how into them you are. If you lean in, if you're very charismatic, if you're very off-putting and very boring, if you are very statistical or not. If they get all these things by seeing you move, seeing you live and in person. So you want to use live video to build that connection a little bit quicker because they feel like you're talking to them. They feel like you're their girlfriend, their biz bestie. Hello? They're able to really feel that with you, right? So live video allows you to do that and make that connection. So I want you to think about going live on Instagram, going live here on YouTube, go live in LinkedIn or Facebook. Go live and utilize video that way. On Instagram or TikTok, you have the ability to ride the waves of trends. So you can use Reels or TikTok videos to give quick spurts of educational tips and to give information out to your audience. And they're able to see in 15 seconds, a minute, if, hey, she's funny, she's entertaining, or, oh, that was a great point, I have to share that with my community. They're able to become fans of yours really quickly, and you can convert on a smaller scale in short amounts of time that way. And if you do enough of that, then getting them to understand your product, understand your methodology, understand your input, your viewpoint, all of these things, they can do it by consuming little pieces of information that you put along the way. So again, Instagram Live, going into Instagram Story, using Reels, TikToks, Facebook Live, LinkedIn Live, here on YouTube Live. Utilize these platforms and make them work for you by utilizing video. That's number one. The second launch activity is podcasting. Now, I know some of you may already have a podcast and some of you may not. If you don't have a podcast, don't worry, I'm going to get to you in a sec. But for those of you who do, you have a built-in audience that's consuming content from you already. So for you to mention your launch and your offer at this point, it's like a no-brainer. They are wanting to get more information from you. They're already consuming information from you. They're already interested and invested into building this relationship with you. So you want them involved in this journey that you're making. And the reason that you have a podcast is for you to build a community. So are you just building a community that's just sitting there consuming content from you and not doing anything? Or are you wanting to build a community that's willing to invest in themselves and invest in you and your business? Which one is it? So if it's to invest in themselves and to invest in your business and for you to convert them and turn them into clients, then let them know about your offer and what's going on in your business. Now, for those of you who don't have a podcast, don't worry. I'm sure you know of other people who are a part of your community who already have podcasts. So why not reach out to them and ask to be a part of their podcast, ask to be a guest member or a guest speaker on one of their episodes and see if one of their episodes can align with your launch schedule. See if they would be an affiliate to your launch or to your offer. There's a number of ways that you can utilize your existing relationship with your community members, even though you don't have a podcast yet. The third launch activity is for you to engage in email marketing. If you don't have a list, you need to create a lead offer or a lead magnet, an opt-in, so that you can create a list and work that list so that you can prime your audience in order to turn them into leads, turn them into prospects, turn them into clients. Now, email marketing has been around for decades, okay? It's been around for decades and it's not going anywhere. It is better than video marketing. It's better than social media marketing combined. It's amazing and it's a power tool. It's a power activity for you. So you want to take advantage of email marketing. You already have, again, a captivated audience on your list. If you're constantly emailing them, if you're constantly engaging them, if you're pumping out great content with them, then or to them, then setting them up for your launch, setting them up for your offer would be easy. It would be seamless. It would be like second nature to you. So you want to engage and be active with your list. And again, if you don't have one, don't worry. Go ahead, create a lead offer and start promoting that and creating a community that lives off of social media, something that you own, something that you control and you have a responsibility to. You own your list. These are your people. So go ahead and take care of them, nurture that relationship, and they'll in turn will show you their appreciation by willing to invest themselves into this relationship and move further down your funnel and turn into your client. The fourth activity is for you to get involved in your community and to build on the connection that you have already with your colleagues and your peers. I know some of us want to do it ourselves and we don't want to ask for help, but that's what your community is for, right? To support you, just like hopefully you're supporting them. So when it's time for a launch, reach out to your community and not only let them know, but say, hey, I need some help here. Are you willing to share my launch messaging, my launch activities, my podcast, my webinar, my challenge, my quiz with your audience? And if they're saying, yes, this would be a great fit, then amazing. Give them that information. That expands your reach. It expands your exposure, especially if these people that you're reaching out to, if their audience is similar to your audience, then yes, you definitely want to expand your exposure and include them to be a part of your launch sequence. Now, again, you want the audience to be the same. You don't want those of your community to be the same as you. You don't want to be in competition with other people. And yes, I'm saying the word competition because whether we like it or not, it exists. Whether it's good or bad competition, it exists. And it's just a matter of fact in business. So let's go ahead and, put our big girl panties on and, let that go. It exists and it's a part of our business journey. Okay. So you're going to have competition and you don't want there to be any bad blood between you and your other community members or your peers. You don't want that to happen. So you don't want to overstep. But you do want to reach out to people who are complementary to what you do or what you offer. So you want the audience to be the same. You want your peers to be complementary. And so it's safe and easy and nice to share audiences. So reach out to your audience members, to your community members, and see if they don't mind sharing your amazing message to their audience. Now, the fifth activity that you can utilize in your launch instead of using ads is something that I've used for the last 15 years. I've built my business on this activity. I'm going to be honest, it wasn't until the last maybe 4 years that I really had to market my business. So that's 10 plus years that I really didn't even have to do too much about marketing because of this one activity, and it's referrals. Just go out and ask your family, your friends, your colleagues, your peers, your previous clients, your current clients for referrals. Build a referral program. Give them a little incentive to go ahead and refer their friends, family, colleagues, clients, whatever it is, to you, and you'll build your client list. You'll build your audience off of that. You can have a lot of success by launching this way, by utilizing just this one strategy. Like I said, I didn't have a full production of launching activities whenever I would introduce a new offer or a new service to my clients. Really didn't. I just would put it out there and reach out to other people. Hey, this is what I'm offering now. Hey, this is what I'm doing now. And they would be like, you know what, Jay? I have someone who needs just that. I can refer them over to you. Or, hey, Jay, you know what? I was just thinking about that for myself. Where do I sign up? Or can I sign up for a consultation? Or how much is it? When can we start? It happened just that quickly. No exaggeration, no lies, no cap. It was really just like that I built my businesses and built a wait list of clients by just telling people what I did and what I was offering and offering them a little incentive for if they knew of someone who needed the services that I was offering. And it happened. And when I figured that out, I shared that with my clients and it happened for them. I know it can happen for you. You just have to not be shy, be willing to tell people about your business, about your amazing offers, and give them an incentive. That's all you have to do. It doesn't have to be complex. It doesn't have to be a whole bunch of emails and a whole bunch of, gifts sent through the mail. You can send people a gift card. From that, a gift card to a little, little box of your business items, like a pen and paper and a flyer and business cards or whatever that is. You can have a little kit like that, or you can tell them, hey, I'll give you X amount, a percentage of whatever the program is. I'll give you 10%, I'll give you 5%. You don't want to go lower than 5%. Actually, you don't want to go lower than 10%, if we're going to be honest here. But I understand for those of you who are starting out, you might not can afford the whole 10%, so 5%, but let's quickly rev it up to like 10%. To 15%, 20%, something like that. Some type of incentive, depending, of course, on the cost of the offer, the product, the service. You want to take that into consideration as well. But you want to offer them something, and maybe offer whoever they refer over, offer them a little percentage off. Now for them, you can give them like a 5% discount for those who are referred over, and give your friend, your colleague, your family, whoever, like a nice 10%. That way you're factoring in about 15% that you're investing in your marketing efforts. You see how this comes around? In your marketing efforts to acquire a new client. See? And you didn't have to use that much money for ads to get an ideal client. All right? So, there you go. 5 activities that you can utilize in your next launch. You don't even have to touch an ad or invest so much money in ads just to try, just to see, just to experiment. Easy peasy. I think you'll like it. Go ahead, comment below which of the 5 are you going to utilize in your next launch, or one that you have already tried instead of using as a part of your launch strategy. Go ahead and comment down below. I can't wait to hear which one you liked and which one you've used already. All right? Thank you so much for spending this time with me. You could have been doing anything in the world, but you chose to spend this time with me. I am grateful. I'm blushing. Okay, until next time, y'all. Bye.